Lions fans, get ready, because today we have exclusive news about the Lions team on its way to great victories, and you can't miss a single detail. So take advantage and subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Our commitment is to always bring you the latest updates, so stay tuned for this news that has just arrived about new reinforcements on the team. Thanks for the like, and let's go. The scenario changes quickly in the NFL, and the Detroit Lions have just made a decision that could shape the immediate future of the team's offensive line. After the shocking announcement of the retirement of All-Pro center Frank Ragnow, the Lions acted quickly and signed veteran Tristan Colon. The information was released by NFL Network this Wednesday and took many fans by surprise. Colon, 27, arrives to fill a huge void left by Ragnow, one of the most consistent players in the NFL in recent years. The signing is short-term, a one-year contract, but represents much more than just a simple replacement on paper. It is a direct and quick response to the departure of one of the pillars of the team's offensive line. Colon brings experience and versatility, key traits for a unit that has been plagued by injuries and instability in recent years. Tristan Colon, formerly known as Tristan Colon Castillo, has shown consistency and toughness in recent years. In 2023, he played in all 17 regular season games for the Cardinals, starting 7 of them, all at right guard, a career high. However, his experience as a center comes from his previous 3 seasons with the Baltimore Ravens, where he started 4 games between 2020 and 2022. In total, Colon has played in 51 NFL games and started 15 of them. He became a free agent in March and has been waiting for the right opportunity ever since, which is now coming in Detroit. Colon's versatility is an asset. He can play both center and guard, which gives the Lions room to maneuver throughout the season. The question remains, will he be the immediate starter or a rotational piece as the team develops young talent? Frank Ragnow's departure marks the end of an era. At 29 years old, the player announced his retirement on Monday through an emotional post on social media. Drafted in the first round in 2018 from the University of Arkansas, Ragnow quickly became one of the most reliable pieces of the Lions' offensive line. He played 96 regular season games and 4 playoff games with Detroit, all as a starter. During his career, Ragnow was selected to 4 Pro Bowls and earned a second-team All-Pro nomination last season. But despite his success, his career was marked by a series of injuries that forced him to consider retiring sooner than expected. The decision leaves a technical and emotional void on the team, something that cannot be filled overnight, and that will require adjustments throughout the offensive unit. With Ragnow out, the Lions were already testing alternatives during off-season workouts. The main name so far is rookie Tate Ratledge, an extremely physical player who played right guard for 3 seasons at the University of Georgia. Drafted in the 2nd round this year, Ratledge has been training as a center, a conversion that requires not only technique, but also leadership and a deep understanding of the offensive system. If the coaches decide it is still too early to give the rookie the starting job, the Lions have another ace up their sleeve, Graham Glasgow. The veteran who plays left guard already has experience as a center and could take over that role in an emergency. With that, Detroit could be putting together a hybrid offensive line which mixes youth and experience while seeking to maintain the high level of protection for Jared Goff and efficiency in the ground game. The signing of Tristan Colon should not be seen as a definitive solution, but rather as a strategic piece for a team that has real ambitions of reaching the Super Bowl. In 2024, the Lions have shown the world that they are ready to challenge for the top spot in the conference and maintaining cohesion on the offensive line is one of the biggest challenges to continuing that growth. Colon is a player with a professional mindset, experience in complex systems, and the resilience needed to handle the pressures of the NFL. The future is still uncertain regarding the starting center position, but one thing is clear: Detroit is moving quickly, making surgical decisions and preparing for the next battle. With Dan Campbell's leadership and a talented core, the Lions are far from throwing in the towel. They are simply rebuilding for what promises to be another historic season. The Detroit Lions have suffered a blow that could change the course of the 2025 season, As I mentioned earlier, center Frank Ragnow, one of the pillars of the offensive line and a 7-time All-Pro, has announced his retirement in a surprising move. This decision not only opens a huge hole in the quarterback protection, but also adds urgency to the front office to reinforce other areas of the roster that were already lacking. Ragnow's absence represents a considerable technical and emotional loss, as he is one of the most respected voices in the locker room. Now, in addition to filling the void at the center of the offensive line, the Lions find themselves under pressure to accelerate strategic decisions at other positions, especially on the defensive side. The search for immediate and impactful solutions is officially in emergency mode. In light of this scenario, a veteran name has begun to gain traction behind the scenes as a possible reinforcement in Detroit: Von Miller. The renowned pass rusher, former Buffalo Bills player, and Super Bowl MVP was pointed out by Justin Mello of Draft Network as the ideal piece to replace the presence left by Zadarius Smith, another former All-Pro who is no longer part of the roster. Miller, despite no longer being the dominant player he was with the Denver Broncos, still showed flashes of excellence last season. According to Pro Football Focus, even with limited playing time, just 279 snaps in 13 games, he managed to accumulate 6 sacks and 32 pressures in 2024. This represents a solid recovery after a lackluster 2023, in which he failed to record a single sack. John Breach of CBS Sports reinforced the idea and listed the Lions as a plausible destination for Miller. The theory is starting to gain traction, especially considering the aggressive and versatile style of the defense assembled by Aaron Glenn. The question, however, revolves around the cost benefit. Von Miller is 36 years old and has a recent injury history. He has missed 15 games in the last 3 seasons and has shown clear signs of physical decline. Still, in specific situations, such as third downs and obvious passing formations, he can still be a lethal weapon to pressure the opposing quarterback. If used wisely in limited snaps, Miller can maximize his impact without compromising his physical durability. With the NFL's toughest schedule in 2025 and opponents strengthening, the Lions cannot afford to enter the season with questions in critical areas of the defense. The presence of a veteran with Super Bowl pedigree could be the difference maker in tight games, where experience and decision-making ability in key moments matter more than season-long stats. If the contract is reasonable, and there is speculation, as high as $120 million depending on the structure of the deal, Von Miller could indeed be the right name at the right time for Detroit. The franchise needs to act quickly with conviction and strategic vision because time for adjustments is running out. And when it comes to winning now, there is no room for safe bets. You have to be bold. And now I want to hear from you, Lions fan. Do you think Von Miller still has enough gas in the tank to be a decisive piece in our defense? Even at 36 years old and with a recent history of injuries, he still managed to produce respectable numbers last season. In my opinion, if the contract is well structured and he is used in strategic moments, especially on third downs, he could indeed be a valuable addition, especially now with Frank Ragnow's retirement increasing the pressure for reinforcements in key positions. But what about you? Do you think it is worth betting on a veteran like him, or would it be better to invest in a younger name? Leave your opinion in the comments. I want to know what the fans think about this. And of course, if you like the video, don't forget to like it. It really helps the channel to continue bringing content about the Lions every day. See you soon.